Welcome back to the Tasty Tipple. I'm Brian Yates, the Irishman that reviews beer in Australia, and this is the FebFast series. We have a very special guest today. We're a very interesting beer called Soba. This is Clint, the owner, founder, and general everything that is Soba. We're reviewing this non-alcoholic beer because number one, it's brilliant. I can attest to that. I've tasted it before and I was actually blown away by it. And number two is because it's the FebFast, and I want to teach people that if you do go off alcohol, whether it's for the rest of your life or for a month or a week or so, you don't have to drink soft drink. You can still have an awesome beer with no alcohol. Clint, welcome to the show.
Cheers, bro.
How are you?
Good, thanks, mate. Real good.
So, why Soba beer?
Yeah, so Soba came about after I stopped drinking, and I just really got frustrated with not being able to get a decent tasting, non-alcoholic adult beverage. You know?
Yeah.
Before I stopped drinking, I was into craft beers, and I quickly noticed when I stopped drinking, there was no craft in what was available.
So true, so true.
So yeah, so I just went about mucking about at home and looking at different, I guess, native produce and how that would match out with different beer profiles. So to come up with something that was just really Australian, really unique, and gonna fill a void for those that are choosing not to drink for whatever reason at whatever time, and give some better tasting options.
Yeah, well, you've really knocked it out of the park with these different brews. Can you take us through quickly what you have on offer in Soba?
Yeah, for sure. So the first brew that we did was actually our Lemon Aspen Pilsner. So obviously Czech style pale ale, quite light in terms of its flavour, quite fruity.
Yeah.
So that's probably the favourite amongst a lot of our consumers that don't necessarily like heavy beer profiles, but also by far with women, that has been our most popular beer. The Lemon Aspen that's in it, it's a native citrus from far north Queensland, up in Coopayallanji country. It's got about 100 times the vitamin C content as a mandarin. Whoa. And it's only about that big, so
wow.
Super nutritious, super full of, packed with vitamins, and it goes really well with the Pilsner beers. The next one we created was our Finger Lime Cerveza. I live on the Gold Coast. Since I was a kid, everybody's drunk Coronas and gone and dumped lime or lemon in their Corona, so I just kind of thought, oh, I'll jump on that bandwagon and try and give people who don't want to drink alcohol something similar to
help them.
Yeah. But I'm quite into, I guess, Spanish profile beers as well, so particularly ones that are infused with maize and stuff, so I wanted to also be able to do a sort of true cerveza that incorporated that maize in its brewing. So we then paired it with Finger Lime, which is native to the Northern Rivers here, so right where we are now.
Yeah, wow.
And it just pairs beautifully with that style of lager, so that was great. And then our
we have this.
Yeah, our last beer, and the ones that we're going to crack open now, is our Pepperberry IPA. So pepperberries come from Tasmania. They kind of got a bit of a taste of a cross between a blackcurrant and a chili. And they go really well with the double hopped IPAs.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well,
that's the first non-alcoholic IPA I've ever had. I mean, beer is pretty lame. Non-alcoholic beer is pretty lame from what I've found until I found something like this. But IPA was always a tricky one to do.
Yeah.
And that was pretty damn good. Apart from all those amazing locally sourced ingredients, what's the difference between Soba and other non-alcoholic beers?
So the big difference between what we do and pretty much any other non-alcoholic beer you get in Australia is the way that we actually brew. So we brew with a specific strain of yeast that just doesn't produce ethanol, so alcohol. Whereas most non-alcoholic beers are either heat treated to burn the alcohol off, which spoils the flavour.
Yeah, right.
Get that real caramelly type flavour left from them.
Yeah.
Or they're put through either reverse osmosis or vacuum type systems that literally strip the alcohol out but take away half the flavour in the process as well.
Right.
And you can notice it. So, many people would have tried one of the large alcohol companies that's just released their non-alcoholic beer. People would have tried their normal alcoholic beer many times over, and you probably notice if you have the non-alcoholic version that it kind of tastes just like a stripped back version.
It's quite different, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's largely through the process in terms of how it's made. So most non-alcoholic beers start off as alcoholic beers that then have alcohol removed.
Yeah, right.
We don't do that. We brew, through that process we actually don't produce alcohol above 0.5%.
Yeah, wow. Wow. That is quite a difference, isn't it? Because you get to keep that beautiful beer taste as well.
For sure.
Going forward for Stoba, what does the future look like?
Expansion. So we've been working really hard to get the shelf stability of our products nailed. So moving forward, all our products will be completely dry shelf stable, which will enable us to basically ship it anywhere in Australia and anywhere overseas without, I guess, having to worry about all the issues cold distribution and storage brings. Which is going to be awesome. That's really going to open up both, I guess, the audiences that we can get our products out to, but also, I guess, our opportunities for export overseas. And we've had a lot of interest from Asia and from Europe.
Wow.
We just wouldn't have been able to get it over there. So hopefully moving forward, we'll be able to do that.
Yeah, wow. So you're really going to go to far places. Just want to really thank Clint for making the drive down to highlight these awesome beers. We can find them in Jules' bottle shop in the Sun Bistro in the Northern Rivers and Harvest.
Yeah, Harvest Newry Bar has them as well.
Yeah.
Also, they can be picked up from our offices up at Burleigh Heads.
And the offices in Burleigh Heads. And I've seen a good few places on the website. It's available in Brisbane as well.
Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, we've got good distribution in those areas, so there's quite a few retailers throughout all three of those majors, and moving forward, as I said, we'll be in every capital city again soon.
And what's the website?
Website's sober.com.au.
Sober.com.au. There is a beer finder there. I've seen some addresses where the beer is. Go out, try some, have a weekend off, and have an adult beer along the way. Cheers to you and cheers to Clint. Thank you, Clint.
Thank you.